Hello again and welcome to part 2 of my Pokemon inspired Voltorb video tutorial. At the end of round 16 you should have 36 stitches at the end of that round, and now we are moving on to round 17.
Round 17, and in this round it is just placing one single crochet in every single stitch, and that will be also for the next 2 rounds as well. So that is round 17, 18 and 19. So you just place one single crochet in every single stitch for the next 3 rounds. So I'll just start with you. So go into your first stitch, place your single crochet. I like using my stitch marker. Just place one single crochet in every single stitch, nice and easy, like so. So you just keep doing this all the way around for this round, next round and the following round, like so. So you just do that, one single crochet in every single stitch for this round, next round and the following, so 17, 18, 19. So I'll meet you at the end of round 19. So you should still have 36 stitches at the end of each round. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of round 19. So this is how my work is looking at the end of round 19. So we were just placing one single crochet in every single stitch for the next 3 rounds. So that was 17, 18 and 19. So this should be how your work is looking as well, like so. So that was nice and easy. And now we'll be moving on to round 20. Round 20, and this is a decrease round. So what we will be doing is doing one single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So there we go, so that was my first stitch, then second stitch, third and fourth. So that was one single crochet in the first 4 stitches, then only go into the back loop of the 5th stitch, yarn over, pull through, leave it there, so you've got 2 on the hook, then go into the back loop of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, so you've got 3 loops on the hook, then yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so we'll do it again, and I like to try and keep it tight because it just makes the holes nice and tight for your project. It just looks good. So make your single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, then go into the back loop of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, 2 on the hook, go into the next stitch, back loop only, yarn over, pull through, 3 on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So you keep doing that all the way around. So it's one single crochet in the next 4 stitches, then your invisible decrease the next 2 stitches into 1. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of the round. Right, so this is how my work is looking at the end of round 20. So just one single crochet in the next 4 stitches, then combining the next 2 stitches together all the way around. So at the end of this round you should have 30 stitches. So now we will be moving on to round 21. Round 21, and we will be putting one single crochet in every single stitch. So a very nice easy round. So just place in one single crochet, like so. So just placing your single crochets in every single stitch. Okay, just like that. So placing your single crochets in every single stitch all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. This is how my work is looking at the end of round 21. So we're just placing one single crochet in every single stitch. So this is how my work is looking. When you stuff it, it will widen. So, oh, my hook popped out. Put it back in there. Okay, so we'll be moving on to round 22. Round 22, and this is a decrease round. So you place your single crochet in your first stitch, then place another single crochet and one more in the next stitch. So that was 3 single crochets, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, and then do your invisible decrease in the next 2 stitches. So in the back loop, like we've been doing, and into the back loop of the next stitch, and finish like so. So as we've been doing for the other decrease rounds. So single crochet in 1, 2, 3 stitches, then you'll decrease. So back loop, yarn over, pull through, back loop, yarn over, pull through, and finish like so. So keep doing that all the way around. So single crochet in the next 3 stitches, then your invisible decrease. So I'll meet you at the end of this round. So this is how my work is looking at the end of round 22. So we were doing 3 single crochets, then the decrease. So at the end of this round, you should have 24 stitches. So now we'll be moving on to round 23. Right then, so we have moved on to round 23. So this is a decrease round again. And at the end of this round we'll be stuffing as well. So now place your single crochet in your first stitch like we've been doing in every single round. So there we go. So then single crochet into the next, and then do your decrease. So as you can see, the hole is getting smaller each time. So back loop, oh that went a bit weird. Let's try again. So there we go. Then into the next stitch like so, and then single crochet into the next stitch, and single crochet in the following. So 2 stitches, put in 1 single crochet, and then do your decrease. So back loop, and finish. Okay, so you just keep doing that all the way around. So that's 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, invisible decrease all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. Right then, so this is how my work is looking at the end of round 23. So we were just doing 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, then our invisible decrease. So now we'll be stuffing our work. So make a big loop, remove your hook like so, and now we're going to stuff our projects. Let me get my stuffing. Alright, okay, so we'll probably lose the hoop anyway. Oh well. So we can remove that. What we could do is move that out, because we know that's going to be our first stitch, and put it in the loop where the hook goes, so at least it hangs out. Okay, right, so get your stuffing and just start stuffing your work. So stuff it to how you would like your work, so how firm or how soft, like so. So it's taking a bit more of a shape now. You can always squidge it down. And you can always stuff it a little bit later as well, if you don't want to stuff it too much, because it does get harder to seal up. So I'll put a little bit more just around the edge here. So just get your finger and hook it around, and then I might stuff it in a bit. So yeah, that'll do for now. Okay, so we can always shape it properly later. Okay, let's pull this out again. There we go. Okay, so this is how our work should be looking like. So it's taken shape now. Okay, so this is our work at the end of round 23, and we've stuffed it. We can always stuff it a little bit more in the next couple of rounds. Just stuff it to how you want it. Okay, so we'll be moving on to round 24. Right, so now we are doing round 24. So this is another decrease round. So, but now it's just going to be a bit more fiddly with the stuffing. So you go into your first stitch, yarn over, pull through and do your single crochet. Try and keep it nice and tight so the holes are as small as possible. Like so. There. So that's my first stitch. Then it's the decrease, so go into the back loop, yarn over, pull through, go into the next loop, back loop only, yarn over and pull through. So your invisible decrease, like so. Then into the next stitch, one single crochet. It does get a bit more fiddly when you stuff it. Okay, so again into the back loop, hold it however you're comfortable. Like with me, I kind of get my pinky to tighten the yarn, hold it with my two fingers at the back, thumb at the front, and have this pulled up. Okay, so let's start that again. So what do we do? So single crochet, put two together, single. So now we're going to go into the back loop, yarn over, pull through, go into the next stitch, back loop only, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through all three. So you just keep doing that all the way around. So one single crochet, and that keeps getting in the way. Yarn over like so, and then again into the back loop only, and into the back loop of the next stitch, like so. Come on. Like so. So you keep doing that all the way, right? So that's single crochet, invisible decrease, single crochet, invisible decrease, all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. Right, so this is how my work is looking at the end of round 24. So we were just doing a single crochet, then invisible decrease into the next two stitches into one. So this is how my work is looking. And at this point, if you want to stuff a little bit more, please do so. So just get it as firm as you want or as squishy, it's entirely up to you. Okay, so we'll be moving on to round 25, and that will be our last round doing this project, and then we'll be sewing up, weaving in the ends and making the eyes. Okay, so I've stuffed my work a little bit more, like so. So now we'll be doing round 25, and this is just completely a decrease round, so every single one is going to be an invisible decrease. We'll be just going into every single back loop of this round, so invisible decrease. And I think I forgot to say, at the end of round 24 you should have had 12 stitches left, so now you should have 6 at the end of this round. So we are just doing invisible decreases in every single stitch. So you just keep going around, going into the back loops only of each stitch, so doing 2, sorry about my stitch marker, so back loop only, yarn over, pull through, then into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, then pull through all 3, and you just keep doing that for this round. So we're just closing our closing up. So I've got 2 left here, like so. So now our closing is very small, so if I pull this out a bit, we should have 6 stitches at the end of this round, and what we'll be doing is sewing into each one in the next bit and sealing this up completely. So I'll remove my stitch marker. So if I 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see, 5, 6, yeah, 6 stitches there. So this is how your work should be looking like. So that's why we stuff it in the previous round, because it's very small now. You can't really put any in there. Right, so this should be how your work is looking at the end of round 25. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is sealing up our work. So insert your hook, tighten it up, do your chain 1, then cut your yarn and leave a bit of a tail because we'll be sewing it up. Pull your yarn all the way through. You can take your hook away and just tighten it up like so. Get your tapestry needle. I've got my plastic one here, but you can use whichever one you want. Thread your needle with the tail of the white yarn like so, and then you just go into the back loop of each stitch. So there should be 6 here, so you go 1, 2, they're very small, so just catch as many as you can. It's just sealing this last bit up. I think that'll do. So now just pull that tail nice and tight, and now it's completely sealed up. Okay, so now what you can do is tighten it up and then weave in throughout. So as you can see with the invisible decrease, it makes the holes look much more smaller, because as you don't go into the whole stitch, you leave the front loop of the stitch. That's what these are. Here I'll just pull one up, so that would have been a hole there, but with doing the invisible decrease, it just makes the holes look a lot more smaller. So it just makes it a lot more neater. Okay, so now just make sure you nicely tighten it up. And then just go in and out your work. Like so. Weaving it in and out. Just securing it so it won't come undone. I like to go through about 3 stitches in and out, pull it through and then go into a different direction, in, out, trying not to get the stuffing through. There we are. Right, so remove your tapestry needle, pull the tail a bit tight, and get your scissors and cut. Then squidge the work and the tail will just disappear into it. So now it looks like that. Lovely and neat. Okay, so remove that tail. So what we're going to do now is just weave these ends in, and what we're going to try and do, as you can see the different colours and there's not the black, you try and weave the black ends. Let me move these 2 away. Go on, there you go, get them down. So what you can do is get the red and weave it through the red, get the white and weave it through, and then the black, you just want to try and cross them over by weaving in, or you can knot it just to start and then weave in, just so they look nice and connected. So I'm gonna tie and see how it looks. So get the 2 tails of the black, try and get these tails tucked out the way. So as you can see, it kind of neatens it up a bit. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. So what you do is just go under, so get your tails, do 1 knot over, and if you want to secure it, just do another one, it's up to you. Let's have a look how it looks. Just tie it, yeah. So now you can see the black crosses over. I know it's a bit wonky, but that's how doing rounds looks basically, because it's a spiral. So it has got a bit of a diagonal, but it looks good. I'll get my other one. Like so, see? So it's as neat as it can be. Okay, so now what you're going to do is get your needle, weave this tail through the black, get this one through that black, get the white and do it through the white, and the red through the red. So I'll meet you once I've done all those tails. So I've weaved in all my ends now, and this is how my work is looking. And I also done the tail up the top here as well, so make sure you pull it to just seal up that starting ring and weave that through as well. So this is how it looks, so it's nice and straight, it's not zigzagged. And then this bit we did knot with my one, but it's entirely up to you. As long as you cross the blacks over, the black tails, it'll just make that line, and then you weave the red through the red and the white through the white. So this is how our work should be looking. There's a bit there, let me just get my net. So that's where I cut it, so just stab it through. Okay, so there we go. So now we'll be moving on to how to make the eyes. Oh yeah, and just shape it how you want. So I squidge it down a little bit, like so. Just keep playing around with it until you're happy. Okay, so now we'll be moving on to how to make the eyes. So to make the eyes, you need to have your white and your black yarn. So we'll be starting off with the black first, so just move that side. You only need a little bit of your black yarn, so just pull a long tail. So, there we go. So, there's, oh, I just cut there, and that'd probably be way too much anyway. Anyway, so let's just start. So, start off with your slip knot, leave a long tail, so do your slip knot a bit bigger, like so. There. Get your crochet hook and tighten it. Oh, doesn't want to. There. Come on, there. Right. So we will be starting with the left eye, so they're a little bit different. Okay, so I've cut my yarn down because we really don't need that much. So you start with 7 chains. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and plus 1 more for the turning chain, like so. So that's all we need for the black yarn. So get your white yarn and get, oh, try and get the tail, come on, okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is insert your hook into the second chain from the hook. So just insert it, drop that tail, and you get your white, hook it over and pull that through the first, it is a bit fiddly, pull that through and try and get all the threads there. Right, so grab that and then finish your single crochet. So you place 1 single crochet into that the second chain from the hook. Okay, so just like that, and then into the next stitch it's a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, pull up a little bit, then yarn over and pull through all 3 for your half double crochet. Okay, then you place a double crochet into the next stitch, so yarn over, go into the next stitch, got there, sorry about that, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Do it again into the following stitch, chain, yarn over, go into the next chain, come on, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So that was a single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, double crochet. Then we'll be placing a triple crochet into the next, so yarn over twice, insert your hook into the next chain, that was easier, that one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2, and it wants to, there we go. Okay, and then we'll be doing a double triple crochet, so yarn over 3 times like so, insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so this is how your work is looking. So into that very last stitch there, we're going to be placing 2 double triple crochets into that same stitch. Okay, so again, yarn over 3 times on the hook, insert your hook into that last chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over 3 times again, insert into that same chain where you've just placed your first double triple crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over 3, pull through 2, just like that. Right, so we are moving on to row 2, and what we're going to do is do your turning chain, turn your work, and we'll be slip stitching into every single stitch for this row. There we go. So just placing a slip stitch in every single one. No. No. Come on. Okay, so go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, then you get that loop through the other loop. Okay, so I counted 7, and then it's that black stitch right at the start there. I had to find it. So yarn over, pull through, come on. Was a bit tight, that one. And then do your slip stitch there we go. So you should have 8 slip stitches all along. So that's the end of row 2. Row 3, and what we're going to be doing is slip stitching again and reintroducing our black yarn. This was the part that I cut off earlier. So what we're going to do is get the white tail when it wants to, chain 1, turning chain, turn your work, then you go into the first stitch there, drop the white, get the black, hook over and go through like so, get the black tail, and it is a bit fiddly, but do a slip stitch, and then so you have to hold it at an angle because the slip stitches are along here. Okay, so now you go into the next stitch under both threads, so there, yarn over, pull through and do a slip stitch. You can always pull the tails, tighten up. Go into the next one. So it is at an angle, so you just have to hold it whichever way you're comfortable. Pull up a little bit so it's not too tight. And then into the next stitch. Going under both loops. Like so. So you keep doing this. So you slip stitched into the previous slip stitch row, so now it looks like this, and then just you can pull the tails to tighten them up. So all you had to do was slip stitch all along this row into the previous slip stitches from earlier. So this is how your left eye should be looking like now, just like so. So now we'll be moving on to the right eye. Okay, so we've made our slip stitch, slip knot I mean, and like before you just chain 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and plus 1 for the turning chain, 8. Okay, so you have your 8 chains. And what we're going to do is place a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So insert your hook, drop the tail of the black yarn, bring in your white again, and yarn on, pull through, and finish your single crochet, and you can tighten up those tails. Okay, so that's that one. So you've placed your single crochet into the second chain from the hook, then yarn over and place a half double into the following stitch like we did before. There we go. Then yarn over and place a double crochet into the following stitch, another double crochet into the following stitch, okay, so now you've done a single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, then triple, so yarn over twice. We're going to do a triple crochet into the next stitch, like so. Come on, there you go. And then a double triple into the following stitch, well, chain, like so. Pull that through, yarn over, pull through two, pull through two, pull through two, and get some yarn that's tying up. Come on. And pull through those last two. And then again, like we did with the other eye, you're placing two double triple crochets into that last stitch. So again, yarn over 3 times, insert your hook, pull through two, pull through two, pull through two, and pull through two, and then wrap over 3 times again, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, pull through two, pull through two, and pull through two, just like we did with the other eye, just like so. So that is the end of row 1 for the right eye. Okay, so this is what makes it a bit different with the left eye. So what we're going to do is you do your turning chain, so yarn over, do your turning chain, cut the tail away, leave a bit of a tail. Oh, I forgot to cut that. Leave a tail and cut your black yarn, and we're going to be using that for, so get that. Sorry about that. So you do your turning chain, turn your work, and then what we're going to be doing is slip stitching into the back loops of the stitches there. Okay, so there should be 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay. Don't mind me. So again. So we're going to be going into the back loops. So into that very first stitch. Insert. Drop the white tail. Bring in your black tail again. And feed that through that first loop. Try and grab the tails and get that black and pull through the second as well. It is a bit fiddly, the first one. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, try and tidy up a little bit. Okay, so we're going into the back loops only. So again, back loop of the stitch, yarn over, pull through, slip stitch. Just going into the back loops of every single stitch, slip stitch in as you go. And try and get every single bit of the thread. Just makes it look tidier. Try and tighten it with your finger. Then keep slip stitching. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Okay, so that's the difference with the right eye. We didn't slip stitch back down and then worked back up. So you just work down, going into the back loops of the stitch using the black yarn. So as you can see here, it's similar. Oh, trying to get my other eye. So there's my other eye, and on that side it looks like that. So that's why you do it a bit different. You slip stitch down with the left eye, and the right eye you just slip stitch with the black. Let's just seal this up now. So as you know, you yarn over, chain 1, pull your yarn all the way through and seal it up. Okay, so that's your eyes all ready. So we're just going to tidy up the tails and sew them onto the body. Then what we're going to do is place some pupils into the eyes with some black yarn and sew on like a frown expression, like so. So you get some black yarn just a bit off the eye there and a bit there, so it looks like he's frowning. Okay, so we'll move on to there. Okay, so I've weaved in all my ends apart from these long black ones. Make sure you did cut some long black tails, because that's what we're going to use to sew onto the face and also make the pupil for the eye. Okay, so I use that for the back of the work, like so. So what I'll be doing is placing the eyes quite equally there. Let me just get some marking pins. Okay, so I've placed where I want the eyes to go, and I'll quickly show you if I lift up, so you can see there's, if you use these holes as a reference, so that's in that 1, 2, 3, 4 away, then put that back in, and I'll try and get the black line aligned with this black yarn line there. So as you sew, just try and keep that equal, and then that should go up. Okay, so use these tails to sew onto the body, and this you just extend a little bit out, so those two there, do as far as you want, just about 2 away, so about there. You'll bring out the black yarn for the frown expression, and then this one, if you use that as a reference, so that is the middle there, so try and make sure there's just a gap for where his eyebrows will go up a bit, cross them over, so that there will be the reference, just to make it look like he's frowning. And also use one of these tails to make the pupil in the eye, so I'll get my other one quick. There, okay, so that's that one. So like so, you can see I done the frown about couple up, and then I had that to divide. That comes out to about 2 crochets along, and you can go in and out to make it as thick as you want. Go along the bottom into each stitch onto the body, and as you can see, use the tail to just make the eye, the pupil of for the eye. From the top of the eye, just go down to about middle way down, like so. So what I'll do is I'll start just attaching the eyes, so I'll be going into each stitch, each black stitch with the black tail onto the body, and then I'll help you place where you would put the frowning expression and also the pupil. So I'll do that and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I've placed one eye on for now, and I'll tidy up in a minute. Just wanted to get this eye just attached. So I've done a bit of the frown there. I wanted to see how this one looks first, so I've left this bit of a tail extended onto the body there, and this is all secured on. I'll leave this out, but as long as this is all secure and the pupil there, but you can always tweak it as you go along just to match this eye. So I thought I'll just do this with you. So what I've done is I got the smaller tail and attached the bottom already. So I've got this one and this long tail here. So what I'm going to do is I can use this one to make the pupil, and I'll use this one to make the frown because it's quite a long tail, like so. Okay, so I'll do this with you. So thread your needle like so, go through the body just, and then pop out where the black thread is, about halfway up the eye there, pull up like so, then we'll be coming down like so, so about middle way there, go through and pull up through the body don't pull too much, like so. You can make it as thick as possible, as thick as you like. Mine wasn't too thick on my original, so I won't do very thick on this one either. I could always just leave it like that. Okay, so it's entirely up to you how thick you want your pupils. So that's my one. I went over twice with this one, so I'll probably do the same with this one, just to make it a bit more thicker. So thread your needle again. Go back through, come through that one where the pupil ended, pull through, and then go, sorry about my hand, and go back through where the eyebrow is, stab through, pop out through the body, and gently just pull it. There you go, I made that one a bit thicker. Pull up a bit. Okay, yeah, I prefer that one. I'll get some more thread through that one just to make it a bit more thicker. And then I'll just keep that one there and we'll weave that through in a minute. Right, so now we'll get our long tail and sew through and make the eyebrow there. I might lower this a little bit because, like there roughly. Okay, so thread this on. Like so. Okay, so you just want to make it as tidy as possible. So insert your needle through and pop out through the body. Just like so. Then come through that same hole. And like so, just catching each stitch, pull through, remove that pin now, go into the next stitch, over, go into the body, out, pull through, go back through the same hole, go into the next stitch, just catching just the back loop or the back loop of the stitch, and go into the next stitch, and this is all you need to do. Pull through and then go onto the outside of the eye, pop out. So that's that, like so. Don't worry if he's looking a bit oblong, just squish him. Okay, so now we're going to try and do this eyebrow. So pop through, actually I'll go through the body a bit more because it just secures it. Let's go through, go back through the same hole that you've just done. Pop out on the edge of the eyebrow. Come through, pull your tail. And then I done it about 2 along, so about there. Go in and come out the body. Keep pulling the tail through when it wants to. Come on. Can't find. Let me untwist it there. There, that's the one. There. So have a look at how it's looking. Go through that hole and maybe do just a circle round. So gently pull, 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 like so. And then if I did go back through, or use this black to just pop in there to get rid of a bit of the white. Pop out. You keep pulling. That black a bit more, covering that white. So remove that other pin now. You could always, it's entirely up to you, get some white yarn and secure the white onto the body, but it's entirely up to you. And then, oh, I'm still attached, good. Then now, if you're happy with that bit there, like I am, come out at the corner of the front of the eye, there, pull through, and then now we're going to be trying to do this frowning expression at the front. So let's see here, so if I pop into here just to see how it looks. No. Pull back through. Okay. I might have to, okay. Like so, it's just sewing as you're doing it, basically. Just trying to figure out what's the best thing, really. Maybe pop out there, like so. Pull it down, pull through the body. Try and do that eye a bit more. It's getting there. I'm just going to keep adjusting until I'm happy, but you get the idea basically. You just keep going through with the tails, making sure the expression is how you want it, how thick you want the pupils, the eyebrows here. So I'll keep adjusting it and I'll come back in a minute. Okay, so this is how my work is looking, and I kept going through using the black ends just to make it how you want it until you're happy with how it looks with the pupils, the eyebrows, and now I'm quite happy with how it looks. So now what I did was just weaved through the body with the black ends to just secure your work, just like so. So now my Pokemon inspired Voltorb is all done, and now you've got your very own one as well. So just whatever ends you haven't weaved through, just weave them through like so, and then you just squid your work until it's shaped the way you want it. And I'll get my other one. So here's my other one. I did notice that this one's a little bit smaller. I think my tension was a bit more tighter. It's exactly the same pattern, but I think I was just a bit more loose with this one. So just keep that in mind. I'm still very new to crochet, but I just like to show you my projects as I make them, because I just fell in love with crochet. So I do like to just make some patterns, and I like to show you how I'm coming along. So you might see through each video differences as I'm improving or learning new techniques. So I have to say my tension is a bit smaller with this one. As you can tell, it's a bit smaller, but exactly the same pattern, but just a bit more smaller stitches. So yeah, so there we go. So now you should have your very own Voltorb, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this video tutorial, and I really hope to see you all in my next one. And if you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to me to keep up to date with my future videos. And you can also follow me on Facebook, so I like to try and post as much as often as possible on there, so you can keep up to date with what I'm up to. I do like to try and use different stitches. I'm doing a shawl at the moment, but well, at the time of this recording. But anyway, enough waffling on. Right, so I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye for now.